Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your January 2018 reading. It's the first reading for 2018, so that's exciting to see what is there for you. I'd like to wish you all a very, very happy new year, prosperous, abundant and healthy for you and your family. So I hope you have a wonderful 2018. I'd like to thank you for subscribing, liking and commenting on my channel. I've really enjoyed reading the comments. Thank you for that. I would also like to remind you that I have got a video for the forecast for 2018. If you haven't already seen that, you might find that really interesting. It's a month-by-month breakdown of the energies you're working with throughout 2018 so that you can plan your year, plan your goals to achieve the maximum results. That is a general reading. If you would like a personalized yearly forecast, I am offering for a limited time to the end of January. You can book for your personal yearly forecast. Follow the link below to my website and you can book from there. I also conduct personalized readings for you, for anyone who's interested in having a personalized reading to answer those questions and those and get some guidance in making decisions in your life. What is going on, what's coming up for you as well. So that's really good. That would be a personalized reading for you. Follow the link below as well for that. Okay, so let's get started with your reading. This is a general reading. Also follow your moon sign and rising sign. Have a look at that, and that might be insightful for you as well. Okay, so let's have a look at what's going on, a general reading for you Sagittarians. I feel like first up, what's going to happen in January, I feel for you Saggies, there's going to be a real review of your personal life. There's going to be, you're going to really be drawn to, it's like I'm traveling down memory lane. A whole lot of things are coming up for review, for looking at, for learning from. And so when that happens, it really is about learning from those things and moving them on, or learning from these things and making changes. But I feel like there's also a real reevaluation of what's going on in the home, in the family environment, with family. It's extended family as well. What's going on with all of that? Is there something that needs to be reviewed? Are there some changes that need to be put into place? It's for it to be more content, for it to be happier. You know, if it's upright, then everything's going swimmingly. It's going absolutely fantastically. But for some of you, I feel like it's a time of review. Things aren't going as smoothly as you would like. And so it's really up to you to review that, to talk about issues, to see what can be improved on. Okay, improved on. What I want to say to some sages, you know, are you working too much? Are you away from the family too much? You know, it's a time for reprioritizing what's important, what is important for you to continue your journey, what changes need to be put into place. Okay, that's really important. What's crossing you here is the Queen of Coins. Male or female? This is male or female. I feel like this is someone. It could be your significant other. It is someone that is close to you, someone that, for those of you that are in a partnership or in a commitment, it's really, is this person crossing you? Is this person wanting you to look at things? I feel like this person wants you to look at things, you know, and we've got, you know, the Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn. This could be Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn, male or female. But I feel too, it could be someone that has these qualities. Okay, I feel like it's someone that really isn't happy with the way things are working out. Something needs to change. Something needs to be reconfigured. I'm feeling like this person too, whoever it is, does like the material things. Does like this lifestyle that might be a little bit difficult to sustain. It's a lifestyle that is a little bit difficult to sustain. So maybe that's what you need to address. Maybe that's what you need to look at. Maybe that's the discussions and the reviews that you need to talk about, because I'm feeling like this person has this expectation of the lifestyle and what's going to happen and how it's going to happen, and it's really becoming quite a burden for you. It's becoming a difficult thing to progress. And of course, this is a general reading, so it's going to resonate with some of you, not all of you, but I feel like to varying degrees, this person is literally crossing you. You're not on the same page, so to speak, and things need to change. Review needs to happen, okay? Review needs to happen. You're also, I've got the Palace of Swords here, and the Palace of Swords is, you know, Swords is your sign, Saggy. Oh, no, it's not, I'm sorry. Swords is Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini, but it is. It must resonate with you, because I feel like you've been doing a lot of thinking. There's a lot of mind work there. Communication isn't happening. Okay, communication. There's a problem with communication. It's a bit difficult. There's a difficulty with communication. Is this person or people around you not listening? I feel like you're going to have trouble listening or communicating with people. They're not listening to you, or you aren't understanding the point of view that they're trying to bring in. There's a breakdown in this communication around you in January. It's just going to seem really difficult. I feel like mobiles aren't going to work properly. Emails aren't going to be sent. It's just trouble with problems with the electronics, problems with communication around you. Okay, there's problems with communication around you as well. So that's going to create some problems for you, I think. That's going to create some issues for you, I think, especially with this person or people that are not on the same page as you. They're not listening, or you're not listening. Something needs to happen. Something needs to change, because there's change coming anyway. Whether you happen, it's going to happen. It's going to beginnings. So I hope that it's working well for you. That's what I'm looking at here. My screen keeps freezing. So, you know, there is new beginnings there for you, and it could be that the communication works. There's a flow. It does get better, and there's a resolve. There's a resolve and there's an understanding, because it is quite difficult. So you really need to work at it. It's not something that's going to be an easy thing, but there is positive outcomes from it. There is positive outcomes from it. There is an understanding of what's going on, okay? That in itself brings change, okay? That brings change. I feel like there's going to be change around you in January. January is going to start the ball rolling. January is going to start the ball rolling, okay? And with that, there's going to be, you're going to come to some conclusions. There's going to be some decisions made, okay? And they're going to be difficult decisions for you. They're not going to be easy decisions to make, but they're going to be made nonetheless. It doesn't matter which decisions you're making. The end result will always be the same. So don't get caught up in what decision to make, but there are decisions. You are going to have difficulty with them. So you need to find strength. You need to collect as much information as possible. You need to define what direction you want to move in. What do you want to bring into your life, and what direction do you want to take this in? That's really important here. That's really important here. So you need to really sort your information out, okay, which is your swords. You know, this is what swords is about, collecting information. It's about learning. It's about communication. It's about mind work, thinking, Okay, so it's really about you processing, evaluating your situation, processing what you want, and making the relevant decisions, which will be, and they're going to be difficult for you to make. You're not going to have, they're not going to be made with ease. You're really going to work out what it is you want. Okay, you're going to really work out what it is you want. Okay. The Six of Coins, sorry, the Four of Coins, not the Six of Coins. I'm looking at it upside down. Your energy, you see, this, you know, it's interesting because my screen froze while I was talking to you, which is this problem with electronics, this problem with communication that's going to come through for you, okay? There's this, you know, I'm looking at this upside down, so it's a Six of Coins, but it's the Four of Coins. Are things what they seem for you? There's going to be this confusion that's going to be shrouded around you in January. Look at things, and before you actually speak, before you actually come to a conclusion, think about it. Really engage, put your mind into gear before you start talking about it, before you start, you know, saying what you think. Think first before you speak, okay? But I feel like you're also going to be, there's a counting of pennies. So I think financially there's going to be a little bit of a tightening of belts. There's going to be a review, and maybe that's what these problems are about, you know. It's about really, don't spend needlessly. Keep your money, don't make any large purchases, don't be extravagant, don't overspend. It's a month of really keeping your finances and being mindful, keeping them for a rainy day, keeping them for later on. There may be something that's going to come up for you later on in the year, but I feel like don't overspend. That's really important. Don't make any big purchases. Don't make any big purchases. You've also got the Palace of Cups. The Palace of Cups to me is where we go, that's that emotional place in us. That's the emotional place in us, and you're really having to go there. You're really having to go within and tap into your emotions. Tap into your emotions and really be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. How happy are you? How happy are you about where you work and what you do from day to day? Day in, day out. Are you satisfied with that? Are you satisfied with how things are going in the home? Or do you need to have a review? Are you satisfied, or are you emotionally satisfied with your, if you're working for yourself? Are things going the way you want them to go? Or are the advantages of working for yourself not working for you because you are not looking after yourself? You're sort of, I feel like it's like this, there's a loss of control over something in your life at this point. It's like other people have more control over what's going on for you than you have yourself. You seem to be just trying to keep up with everybody else. So it's time to rein it in. Really go within into that place that's you, and really review it and be honest with yourself. Allow those emotions to come up. There's going to be some situations that you're not going to really want to particularly look at, but it's important that you allow them to surface and look at it. And really then you've got an opportunity to deal with it. Okay, to deal with it. This is your hopes and your fears. There really is nothing to fear in this situation. Okay, there is nothing to fear in this situation. When you've analysed it, when you've worked through it, when you've communicated what you think and how you're feeling, you are going to realise that you actually have a lot of control over this situation. It's not out of your control. You actually have control of the situation, and so you can actually act upon it and do what you need to do with it. That's really important. That's really important. So be really put this other stuff into place, because it does take you to a really strong point at the end. By the end of the month, you're going to know where you're going, and you've got control of your ship. You've got control over what's happening, and by the end of the month you'll have worked through it. The Ten of Swords is, it's going to be difficult for you, and I'm not going to sugarcoat this. It is going to be difficult for you, but it is things that you need to review, that you've been putting off. You've been putting off because in the past you've been swimming along. This is in your past. You've been swimming along and thinking, oh yeah, this is all fantastic. This is all working really well. You know, I'm happy with this. I'm not going to, you know, I'll just go along with it and not look at things. So you have this false sense of everything's great. But once you look at these things, and they're not going to be easy because it's going to actually stir things from very deep down, I feel, Saggy. So it's really a month of working at what's going on in your life. Let's clean it up. So January is an opportunity for you to clean up what's going on, okay? What's going on after Saturn's sort of been there and done all of this upheaval. This is a month of review and looking at things emotionally as well. Okay, and making them, getting them to a place that is good for you. That's going to be hard. It's going to be hard, but I have no doubt that you can do it, because it will, by the end of the month, put the work in, and by the end of the month it will be done. It will be completed. It will be completed, and then there's new horizons. You're going to set the stage for newness in February. New things coming in February. Your ship comes in February. There's going to, I feel like there's travel of some sort, or a change in job, or a promotion, or you are going to look at it differently. Look at it differently. If you work for yourself, it's a restructuring of how things are done, which makes you feel better within yourself. So I feel like by the end of January, going into February, there's a real relief. There's a real weight that's been lifted. There's a real relief in your situation. So put in the effort, because it's going to work to your advantage. Okay? Saggies. I'm going to pull our card from my saltwater reading cards from Laura Bowen. I love these cards. Summer. It's summer in Australia. Beach, seaside, water. So I thought it was appropriate that I take one of these cards for you. Okay. Okay, you have basics. Basics, very appropriate, and that's plankton. Plankton is the smallest microbes that are found in water. Okay, they're tiny, and it's getting back to the basics, getting right back to the basics. It's about simplifying your life. It's about cutting away anything that's not relevant, anything that's not serving you, anything that's not needed, okay? And it's about bringing in and simplifying your life, cutting away the excess, overspending, the material things that you've got that we don't need. Get back to nature, get back to the basics of life. The simple things is what we find pleasure in, and that's what plankton is. It's getting right back to the simple things. That's what you're needing to review this month. Very appropriate. You're needing to review where you're going, you know, how much money's being spent, is all this material stuff, do you really need it all to find happiness, to find satisfaction? So for you, it's a time of review and getting back to basics. So I hope that's been helpful for you. I wish you a very happy new year and a prosperous new